Deuteronomy 33.
And this is the blessing, wherewith Moses the man of God blessed the children of Israel before his death.
And he said, The Lord came from Sinai, and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints from his light, and his right hand went a fiery law for them.
Yeah, he loved the people. All his saints are in thy land, and they that sat down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive of thy words.
Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob.
And he was king in Jershon, when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together.
Let Reuben live, and not die, and let not his man be few.
And this is the blessing of Judah. And he said, Hear, Lord, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. Let his hands be sufficient for them, and be thou an help to them from his enemies.
And of life he said, Let thy Samim and thy Urim be with thy Holy One, whom thou didst prove at Massah, and with whom thou didst strive at the waters of Meribah.
Who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him, neither did he acknowledge his brethren, nor knew his own children. For they observed thy word, and kept thy covenant.
They shall teach Jacob thy judgment, and Israel thy law. They shall put in sand before thee, and whole burnt sacrifice upon thine altar.
Bless, Lord, his substance, and accept the work of his hands. Smite through the loins of them that rise against him, and of them that hate him, that they rise not again.
And of Benjamin he said, The beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him the day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulder.
And of Joseph he said, Blessed of the Lord be his land, for the precious thing of heaven, for the dew, and for the deep that coucheth beneath,
and for the precious fruit brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon,
and for the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious thing of the lasting hills,
and for the precious things of the earth, and fullness of thereof, and for the good will of him that dwelt in the bush. Let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, and unto the top of the head of him that was separated from his brethren.
His glory is like the bursting of bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth. Then they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh.
And of Zebulun he said, Rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents.
They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness. For they shall suck the abundance of the seas, and the treasures hid in the land.
And of God he said, Blessed be he that enlargeth, he dwelleth as a lion, and teareth the arm with the crowd of the hand.
And he provided the first part for himself, because there in a portion of the lower vigor was he seated, and he came with the hands of the people. He executed the justice of the Lord, and his judgments with Israel.
And of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's wolf, he shall live from Bashan.
And of Naphtali he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor, and full with the blessing of the Lord, possess thou the west and the south.
And of Asher he said, Let Asher be blessed with children, let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil.
Thy shows shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be.
There is none weak unto the Lord of Jeshurun, who lighteth upon the heaven, in thy help, and in his excellency on the sky.
The eternal God is thy refuge, and under us are the everlasting arms. And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, Destroy them.
Israel then shall dwell in Zebedee alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be unto a land of corn and wine. Also his heavens shall drop thou dew.
Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee? O people, saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. Amen.